Hey, what's up everybody? It's Matt again with CF Pro Tools, and in this video we're going to be looking at how you can create your very own abandoned cart sequence for buyers or prospects of your funnels inside of ClickFunnels. All right, so what do you need to create an abandoned cart sequence? First of all, you're going to need ClickFunnels. You might need CF Pro Tools because I'm going to make a case right now about why you could use it and how it could be really helpful. Depending on exactly who you're going to work with as an email service provider, you might need something like ActiveCampaign or Aweber or Constant Contact, right? But you don't need those. You can do everything internally if you have Followup Funnels all set up and ready to go. So what I'm going to show you today is how to do this internally. However, if you wanted to set this up with automations inside of ActiveCampaign or something, you very well could do that, okay? Let me know. Leave me a comment if you guys want to see me make a video on how to do it in a different system. Sometimes people come to your funnels and they might come over here, type something into the block. Here, let's go look at this funnel real quick. So they might come in here and go, you know what? My name's Matt, and I'm Matt at whatever. They might type in part of an email address. They might type in the whole thing. But what's going to happen is nothing. They're going to leave. Maybe they leave. Maybe they go to YouTube. Maybe they go somewhere else. Maybe they got to go to work and they're just planning on doing it later, but they forget. So what an abandoned cart sequence does is it reminds them with a quick email and says, within a couple hours, it's like, hey, you had this thing in your cart, but you forgot to get it. Why is that? Here's a link, come back and buy from us, right? So what I want to do is show you how to do that using CF Pro Tools today and how to make that a little bit easier for your setup. So you're of course going to have a prospect list set up and a buyer's list set up. So let's go back to back here. So what I've done was set up a couple different things. If I go to my email lists, I'm going to be using a program called Elite SimBuild that I'm using as a test right now. So I have a buyer's list and I have a prospects list. So what we're going to do when somebody types in their email address, we have an add-on over at CF Pro Tools called Auto Submit Email. Here, let me see it. I actually had a different one set up here. Auto Submit Email. It's this one right here. So what this does, if somebody types in a valid email address behind the scenes, what it's going to do is it's going to grab that email address right out of there, and even if they don't submit the page, so that you can kind of remind them and nudge them, okay? Now, back here, let's look at this. So when you use that add-on, what you're going to do is you're going to add them to a prospect list with a 2-hour delayed email, all right? That email is going to remind them to purchase. Now, if within that 2 hours they decide that they're going to purchase from Elite SimBuild, then they're going to go on to the buyer's list. And what happens is they're going to have an automation set up. There is a buyer's automation that is going to remove them from the prospect list. So that way they never get the reminder email. So if they buy, they never get the reminder. But if they do buy, or if they don't buy, then they're going to get a reminder. That is the email autoresponder sequence. Now, let's go back to this ClickFunnels funnels. You could set up something a little bit longer inside of there if they actually go through the first step because they've actually submitted that email address. You could set them up on a whole automation. Now, let's look at the promo code PRO test. I'm at 6 minutes, by the way. So I'm going to come in here, go to my automations tab and see exactly what's happening. So here's what I set up in the automations tab. If somebody comes in and they put their email address in the system, what happens is they're going to be added to the prospect list, okay? So that happens immediately. They're going to be added to a prospect list, and then they're going to, inside of Followup Funnels. So inside of Followup Funnels, which I was just showing you, they're going to be added to that list, which means they're automatically added to a follow-up funnel. All right. Now, if they buy, which we just talked about, then we're going to add them to a buyer's list. But they're also there's redundancy built into the system. They're going to be added to the buyer's list, but I also set it up to remove them from the prospect list at the same time. Now, if that doesn't happen, or for whatever reason there's an issue, we've set some automations up inside of the follow-up funnels over here, where we go into follow-up funnels, email lists. We looked at this earlier, so there's the buyers and there's the prospects. So let's look at the buyers list here, and what happens is that they have, let's see, I'm going to go into the buyers list itself, and it actually will remove from, this is the follow-up funnel here, so it's going to remove them from the prospect list. You can see that happening inside of the follow-up funnel itself, and then it sends them their welcome email. So there's redundancy built into the system to make sure that they are taken off of that prospect list so that they don't get the email reminder if they make a purchase. I know this is getting complex, right? So what happens if I come here and I type in, my name is Billy Bob, and it's Bob plus 48 at gmail.com. Now, right there's the magic sauce, right? Remember, we added in auto submit email. So as long as I put in a valid email right here, I'd notice I did not click go to step 2. I didn't click submit. I didn't do anything. Bob plus 48 at gmail.com. But let's say I did click it. Either way, that information is now going to be pulled in through the backside. I'm going to hit refresh, and we're going to go to contacts, okay? So now that contact, Bob plus 48, is now been pulled in less than a minute ago. Now I've noticed Follow-Up Funnels has a little bit of a delay, so if you're checking down this immediately and while doing your test, you might have a few issues, but we're going to go to the lists, hope that it's on there already. The prospects list, here is where I should be. I should now be on that prospect list so that I could see Bob plus 48 to see. But look at that. Bob plus 48 is already there. It actually happened within like 10 seconds. So real quick, while we have a minute, let's go to step 2. And we're in test mode. Let's buy something, right? All right, so we're going to do this. Type in, I don't have a code. I don't care. We're going to do this, throw some stuff in here. Sure, why not? I'll take that, complete the order. Now, we're going through this. Now what happens is we're going to go on to a buyer's list, and we should immediately come off. Now, none of this really matters. All this is testing stuff, right? So we're going to go back here and double check to make sure that all of that stuff has happened. All the stuff going through the delay has happened. I should be on an email list, and these should become inactive. Let's go to follow-up funnels, go to the email list, go to the buyer. So buyers list here, Billy Bob plus 48 at Gmail. So I am added to that. Let's go to the follow-up funnels here. I got 51 seconds to show this off and hope that it all works. Okay, and there you have it. So the buyers list eventually does update. So it happens a little bit on the slow side, but it does happen. So there's the buyers list. You can see that they were not removed. This one actually did not kick off because it was taken care of through the automations tab, and they were removed. So by the time it got here, there was nobody to remove. So that redundancy was in place, and technically it worked. And the second thing that we needed for that to happen was for the welcome email to send out, and that did take place. So there you have it. That's how you set up an abandoned cart sequence. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. I hope that you see the value in this, and definitely see the value in using the auto submit email and being able to grab that. That will work with a one-step order form, with a regular opt-in page, a one-step order form, or a two-step order form. So play around with this. Try using it with your own ESPs, and just have fun with this, and use this to acquire a customer that you may not have been able to acquire before. Okay? Hope this helps, and as always, if you have questions, let us know. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys in another video. Take care.